Hey bitches! Welcome to therapy. Mimi here.
Hey Kiki! And today, we are super cute. If we say so ourselves. She is a unicorn, and I am a skeleton.
Oh, awesome.
And, we are doing another part of our Halloween extravaganza. And today's video is going to be about ghost stories, but not just like the ones we've heard. These are real life, happen to us, personal ghost stories. Like, we actually saw and heard these things that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Or felt.
Oh, felt. Yeah, that was the big one.
I know I have a few. I wonder if I can get a picture from Wanda, but I actually have a picture of where I got scratched.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So we both have more than one story, and you guys are welcome to not believe this, but I know what happened to me, and I'm pretty sure you know what happened to you.
Yeah.
And you can only make so many rational reasonings for what's going on before you're like, oh, yeah, there's something weird here.
Oh yeah.
So I'll let you go first. You tell us the first one. Tell us like where, how old, what happened.
Alright, so a couple of years ago, we went to the Queen Mary. Yeah, the Queen Mary, not the Bloody Mary.
That's a different story.
Yeah. We went to the Queen Mary in California, and I was like 10 or 11 maybe. And we stayed in the night in the ship, and it was like a really tiny room, but it was like really beautiful. You could see outside. It was pretty. Y'all should go to it if y'all want a paranormal story experience. Okay. But I was sleeping, and I feel someone touching my shoulder to try and wake me up. And then I'm like, I look over, because I was sleeping in the bed with my sister because there was only 2 beds. I looked over and I was like, Amber, quit touching me. You're really annoying me. And she's over there sleeping, sound asleep. So I start freaking out. And then I hear like voices in the room.
Could you tell what they were saying?
No, and if I did, I don't remember. It's been a long time. But it was really scary. Because it was like quiet in the room, and you can hear people having a full-on conversation. But you heard it, but you didn't understand like what it was.
Could you tell if it was a man or a woman?
It was both.
It was a man and a woman?
Yeah. They were having a conversation together. Oh, and then also on the Bloody Mary.
Queen Mary.
Also on the Queen Mary, there was like this part that was like shut off from everyone. It was like a children's playing room, and I saw a child in there playing, and I asked my mom, I was like, why is there a kid in there playing? She's like, there's no way there's a kid in there playing because it's cut off from anyone going in there. So there was a children in there playing. It was really
Little demon child.
Little demon child.
I wonder what the history of the Queen Mary is, because I don't know anything about it. Was it like a battleship, a navy ship?
I'm not sure.
Was it just like a cruise ship? Luxury liner or something?
Maybe. I'm not sure though.
Well, you said it looks really pretty in there, so
It does look really pretty in there.
So either if they converted it or it was, I don't know, we'll have to look into that. Is that the first paranormal experience you can remember having? Really?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna tell my first one. I was like 7 when I had my first paranormal experience that I can remember. But my uncle had died in December, and this was in 2002. So I was 6. I wasn't even 7. I was 6. And like 2 weeks after he died, I was in bed. We had bunk beds. I slept on the bottom bunk. My sister slept on the top bunk, and the bunk beds were set like in the corner where you could look out the door, so like if we had to get up and go to the bathroom or something, we could have the light shining in so we could see. And I woke up for some reason and standing at like the end of my bed, the foot of the bed, was my uncle. But he was dressed. I can still see it just as plain as day. He was dressed in like the blue overalls, like mechanics wear, like you see in movies and stuff. That's what he was wearing. It had like the white name tag, and he had work boots. And I wasn't scared. I felt very comfortable, I guess, because I knew who he was. And he never said anything. He just looked at me, and I looked at him, and then I like laid back to like go to sleep, and he just disappeared. That's how comfortable I was. I wasn't scared. I like just pulled the blanket up and laid down and went to sleep. And the next day, I was telling my mom about what I saw. And at first she thought maybe I was just having a dream because of what happened and everything. But when I described what he was wearing, she said I had never seen him wear those clothes because that was a job he had when he was younger, before I was ever born. So those were his work uniforms for a job he had that I've never seen him in when he was alive.
Whoa.
And my mom's she's a very big rationalizer. She doesn't like to believe in that stuff, even though she has stories of like stuff that she can't explain. But so she still says maybe I was dreaming, but she can't explain how I can describe what he was wearing when I had never seen it. And that was the first one I ever had. That was the only one I haven't been scared of too.
The rest you like scared of?
Because I don't know what they were. Okay, do you have another one?
I do have another one, but it like wasn't like me personally. My little brother. Okay, so I guess you guys, I have a doppelganger, which is crazy.
Maybe that's who I'm filming with.
Oh, maybe it's not even me. Okay, but I was sitting in the living room, and I walked in there the first time, and I said, "Hey, Colton, wake up, good morning," and he was still asleep. So I went to sit down, and then an hour later, he walks in and was like, "Megan, why were you like sitting on the bed with me?" And I was like, "Me?" But it wasn't me, I swear. But like, and then there was another time where my mom saw me. I was walking down the hallway, and she said I looked at her, and then I just walked away. Because
Where were you at when that happened?
Where I'm always at, in the kitchen.
You were in the kitchen when that
I was
happened?
in the kitchen when that happened.
And the first time you were sitting on the couch the whole time?
Nope.
I actually just got chills. Like, I I'm so scared now. Like, what if I see you? Because I'm over here all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not you.
You probably will see me.
Do I say something? Do I just leave?
Like,
I'm just gonna get my car go. You know what they say about like
if you see yourself, you will die.
like if they can kill you because there can only be one of you in the universe at the time.
Well, technically,
It's gonna be
one of us.
But it's gonna be like a different personality. Oh my god, I actually have like tears in my eyes. I'm so scared. If I see you doing something weird now, I'm gonna be terrified because you're weird anyway. What if like in that video where you were like putting the paintbrush down and you were looking away? That was not really you.
I really don't remember doing that. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't remember doing that. If I'm being absolutely
So when you
honest.
went to the bathroom, did someone else come in here and start filming with me?
When did I go to the bathroom?
Like, because we kept getting distracted downstairs. That's what I meant. Like when we got distracted.
Oh,
You like went downstairs. But did someone come back up?
maybe, and I was just downstairs.
Because you said you don't. You
I really don't remember doing that.
I'm
I
scared.
swear,
Are
I
you
don't.
here now?
I'm here now, but I don't remember doing that. I remember
Because it was
painting.
super creepy the way you did it too, and then you just like stood up and walked out.
I don't remember doing
You didn't
that.
say anything. Did we put the whole in your stony face?
Oh my god. Oh my god. But like,
Okay, if you don't know what we're talking about, this is gonna be a long video because now my mind is blown. The very first video on our channel, the introduction video, there's a part where we're both painting, and she takes the brush and sets it in the jar, and then like looks out the window
And like just stares.
and doesn't make a sound. She doesn't mention anything wrong. She doesn't say anything. And then I'm still painting. I didn't even realize that happened until we were like editing it. And I'm still painting, and then she just stands up and walks out the room and doesn't say anything to me.
I didn't.
And she
don't remember it.
She doesn't remember doing it.
I really don't.
And then like a couple minutes later, you came back in here and we started painting and everything again. That makes me scared.
Like what? Like, but like it was like me. So like, was it like taking over my body?
Oh my god, guys.
Because
It
that
creeped me
morning-
out. As soon as I saw it in the video, it creeped me out because I was like, what is she doing?
That morning, I did wake up with like a severe headache, and it was like killing me.
That morning that we filmed it or the next morning?
The next morning. The morning after we filmed it, I had a severe headache, and I was like so dizzy. I was gonna tell her that like, oh, we can't film today. I think we filmed it. Did we not?
We might not have.
We might not have. But like it was bad. Like I had to be in bed. I couldn't do anything.
I really got goosebumps. It's like 100 degrees in this suit, and I have goosebumps.
But yeah.
And I'm not making up any of this.
I'm not either. Bible. Swear.
I swear to whatever power there is up there. Oh my,
I really don't remember.
oh my god, I'm literally terrified now. Because in my mind, I was making jokes. Like, when she put the paintbrush down, in my mind, I was like, oh, it would have been funny if she would have walked back in here with like a knife or whatever. Like,
What if I would have? What would you have
I
done?
know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, and now I'm like, because I was like, oh, that would have been like a funny Halloween prank or something. But like, now I'm thinking like, if that really was not you,
I would have probably like stabbed you.
you could have like just picked up the scissors and like killed me.
Oh my god, that gave me chills. Like I don't want to kill you.
Because doppelgangers, they have different personalities. One's supposed to be good, one's supposed to be evil.
And I'm like a mixture of both.
As far as I know, though, you're a good person.
I'm a good person.
So like,
The doppelganger is evil. And if I personally see her myself, wait, I watched the video. Does that mean? No. Wait. Does it? What?
you are dead. So
I'm not dead, so it doesn't count.
Where are you? And she took over. She's just pretending to be you.
She got my makeup skills. And everything else. Stacy.
Guys, we're gonna keep a real close eye on this one.
And her over here, you guys. She's like related to like serial killers.
I really am, but that's such a different story.
It really is.
Because I don't have it. This is supposed to be like a ghost story.
Was this technically a ghost story? It was, no. Technically.
Well, it's like a creepy paranormal experience.
Paranormal. There we go.
Yeah. So it could be like anything. As long as it's beyond the realm of like possibility, as people say.
Now that we're freaked out,
Completely and utterly terrified. I honestly got goosebumps 3 times during that story.
really?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Cause I've heard your mom talk about it, but I didn't know if that was like, real or if y'all were just joking.
No, I swear. I'm not even joking. So if you see me in the hallway, but then you thought I was in the kitchen like that one time, remember? You said?
I did. Oh my god, it's
Oh, chills!
This was very recent.
Mhm.
I thought I saw you in the kitchen doing something, and then you walk out the hall door.
Yes!
But I just saw you from the back. I didn't.
See? Oh god, the
Oh
chills.
my god, I have them bad.
Eric, turn it on, please. I don't burn to death.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you saw my doppelganger.
I'm scared this is gonna mean like something bad for me.
Well, I mean, it wasn't you.
No, but I mean like, what if she knows I know her?
No. Who? What?
And she like comes and gets me.
Well, I hope not, but then I'd be in trouble because it might take over my body.
Oh god, guys. Okay, we gotta get out of this story.
I know, but like everyone sees my doppelganger. Everyone. So like, if y'all know what that means, please comment down below. Unless it's like something that's like I'm gonna die or something.
I know.
Keep that to yourself.
Like they say that everyone has a twin. Like apparently, scientifically, they say
There's someone in this world that looks exactly like
they say scientifically there's like 7 people.
Does it?
Not just because there's only so many genetics, so theoretically there will be more people that look like you. But doppelganger is different because the other person's not living in the house with you.
But they're in the house with you.
They're with you.
Wherever you go. So if you see me in Walmart.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what if we go to, like, some convention or something?
And, like,
I think I'm hanging out with you.
And then it's, like, not me at all.
You do something weird, and I'm, like, creepy with that. Yeah, for real. I'm telling you right now, if I was you, I'd keep my eyes closed all the time. Because I'd be so scared of fear. I'd be like, no, I don't want to.
I don't like my room in the dark because I feel like there's someone's always staring at me. And you know how when you feel like someone's staring at you, most of the time it's like a spirit or something.
That's what they say, like, when you feel like you're being watched, it's because you are.
Yeah. Oh.
Because in real life, if someone's like, if you're in a classroom and someone's like staring at you,
you
can feel it.
You can feel them staring at you.
You can feel someone like staring, because you like pick up their like aura or something.
Yeah, you can like tell.
Because you always like look around for like who's looking at you.
And when it's dark, who's gonna look at you?
There's no one. There's
no one you can know because it's dark.
And it's in your room. You're at home in the dark. Everyone else is asleep. Who's supposed to be staring at you? Unless it's just some creepy guy like stalking you.
Oh, that's even worse though.
I don't know. I'd rather deal with real people than dead ones. Or like whatever those entities are. I'd rather deal with the real life ones. Because then I don't have a chance to like fight back. But, now I'm really creeped out. Okay, I have 2 experiences that really scared me really bad. And they were both in the same house.
The one that we lived in?
The one that you lived in. Okay, see, my family owned 2 houses right beside each other. And at the time, they were moving houses and stuff, so we rented one of the houses to them, and my family lived in the other one. But before we rented this house to them, we had lived there for a period of time, and the other one was rented out. We kept switching. We just like, oh, I feel like moving to the other house today. We just take turns moving. But the whole time we lived in that house that you lived in, I never liked it. My least favorite part of that house was the kitchen. Because, you know when you wash dishes, that corner that goes to like the laundry room, I was always looking over my shoulder. I always felt like there was someone standing back there watching me. And I would be like washing the dishes, and I just like, and I was always scared, like, what if I do see someone there? What do I do?
Then like what do? You just stand there?
And there was pictures taken there. There's been pictures taken in that house. You took one, right? That looked like my uncle. And Paula, your mom showed me a picture that she had taken in that house, and it looked just like Uncle Ben or Uncle George, I think.
Yes. Oh my god, chills. Oh my god, yeah.
That was in that same house. And
a lot of things happened in that house.
Yeah. There was stuff that got knocked off the walls. Everyone who's ever lived in that house has said it's haunted.
It is haunted, for sure, 100%.
But I think there's more than just ghosts there. Because the first thing, besides the kitchen creeping me the hell out, the first time something happened, I was going into my room, which was the purple room. You know how the floor creaked in there? Okay. I went and I was walking in there and I got in bed, and as soon as I got in bed, the floor started creaking again. Like someone else was walking in there. And there was, because you know the lights in the hallway shine right in that room, there was a shadow on my wall. And I was in bed, and everyone else was in bed. And I saw the shadow, I heard the footsteps, and it stopped right when I got to the closet. And,
oh my god.
But I was too scared to look other than just like at the wall. I didn't want to look over and see if there was something there.
Now what if you would have looked and there was nothing there?
I would have been probably even more scared. But like, I froze up. I'm one of those people that when I get really, really scared, I don't run and I don't fight. I just freeze. And I was so scared. That was one of the scariest things that happened in my life. Because with like Uncle George, when I saw him, I saw him. It's the ones that you can't see that freak me out. You don't know who it is, what it is. And then this past year, in 2016, we went ghost hunting over there with you know who. We have an aunt who is very into the paranormal, and she actually goes on ghost hunt stuff. And then every once in a while, different people go with her.
Mhm.
And me and my mom went with her, and my other uncle and aunt, and to this house because at the time there was no one living there anymore. And I got scratched, and something kept touching my legs. But I was standing in the front doorway because every time I went in the house, I just got like overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. So I was standing like where the porch meets the front door. Excuse me. And all of a sudden I felt like burning right here on my chest. I looked down and there was 2 scratches. And Aunt Wanda took a picture of it.
How did you get that from her?
I was crying. I was so scared. And then something kept touching me. Like Aunt Wanda got mad and she started yelling at whoever was doing it. Yeah, me too. She started yelling at whatever was doing it because all it was doing was touching me.
Yeah.
And we heard breathing. We actually recorded a voice.
Oh God.
You know how she has like her recorder? We caught something saying front yard.
What does that mean? Like there's a body in the front yard?
I don't know, but they were asking questions and stuff.
What if there is a body in the front yard? Oh, chills. Oh no.
And it said front yard. And then Aunt Wanda says, "Why are you Aunt Wanda like kept asking like, why are you messing with Kimberly? Because it scratched me, it kept touching me, and I kept hearing like whispers and breathing in my ear and stuff. And we caught something that sounded like a growl. Like something was mad at me. And I was like,
maybe it's because you didn't turn around to look at it. Like when you saw this figure?
oh, but this was years apart.
Yeah.
So you're still mad at me?
They hold grudges, girl.
Or maybe something in that house just doesn't like me.
Doesn't like the energy, because your energy's like happy most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time I'm like the Energizer Bunny on crack.
And spirits like that, they want to take your energy, but you won't let them.
It's because the whole time, because that house is where like everything bad happened to me. We have to talk about this in the story, so like, we're gonna talk about some really fucked up stuff in some other videos. But everything, it started happening as soon as we moved in there. Like, the day after, just about. And it obviously stopped when I moved out again. But not just that part, but like, all the stuff. Like, everything bad that's happened to me, family-wise, has happened in that house. And we only lived there for, like, 4 years.
A lot can happen in 4 years.
It can, but I mean, it didn't happen before. Like, it was perfect. And it's just, I don't know, everyone I know who lives in that house has had, like, not only is there paranormal experiences, but like, their family, like, starts going, like,
Crazy.
kind of crazy. Like, not just like, oh, we're crazy now, but
like pulling knives on each other.
But like, also like, it falls apart, and we do things to each other that we normally don't. We fight a lot, and I feel like maybe there is. I'm getting chills.
Because now that we've moved out, we haven't fought.
No, now that we don't live in, I mean, we still fight, but
it's not like
it's
like
not
what we have before.
Yeah, and we don't get into that. That kind of abuse has not happened since then.
We don't. Like in that house, I used to scream and yell at everyone. Everyone. My mother, my dad, my little brother, which was like 4, he didn't deserve to be yelled at like that. And then my sister. Yeah, I yelled at everyone.
Me and David would get in fights. That's when I was like, I would bully my own sister in that house. And I've not done, we still get into like slap fights playing, but it's all playing now. But that's when I would like choke her and stuff. And Ashley and Amber, they came over and spent the night, one night in the house. They started fighting. And I'm not gonna say which one, but one of them actually started choking the other. I swear to God, I got chills. Like,
me too.
what if like something in that house is making people like crazy and hateful and angry?
Because now that I'm out of that house, I feel fine.
Yeah, I mean, stuff has still happened, but stuff has happened to me from people who were living in that house.
Chill.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
A car getting crashed and getting... Last year, the Blazer.
A-hole. I forgot. Uh-huh.
But they were living in that house when
Yeah.
when that incident occurred.
And ever since then, the person hasn't...
And it's all, that incident occurred in that house and in that yard.
The front yard.
Uh-huh.
You guys, the chills are real right now. I wish I could show y'all, but the thing keeps...
Even my face is like chilling up.
Mhm.
What if there really is something wrong with that house?
I think there is. I'm positive there is, because
And it's like being tore down now. But they
maybe
say
that's the best thing that
But
could
they say
possibly
it's the land, not the house. All these ghost shows always say it's the land that's
the
haunted,
land.
not the house. So
So
whoever
the front yard, if that's what it said, there's probably
It said
something.
it sounded like front yard
Because
because it was very clear.
before these lands there was nothing here, so there could be a body down there.
There's been people killed on every area of ground.
There's a well in front of the house. There could be something.
Well, we dug that well.
Oh, you all did it?
My dad dug that well. He dug both of them.
Uh-huh.
He dug both of those. But this country there's been wars and fighting and I don't think there's not a piece of land that there wasn't blood
isn't
spilled
yeah.
on. And there was a lot of Native Americans around here. Maybe that was Native American land. Most likely. And where South Carolina was the start of the Civil War, maybe that land was used for something during that time too. American Revolution, we were one of the original 13 colonies, so we were also in that. We've been in like every war there's ever been in America.
It's bound to be haunted.
But it's not just ghosts.
It's like demons.
It's like there's something mean in that house. And it makes you crazy and it makes you angry and it makes you... And that's what they say, demons.
Demons take over your body, make you very...
They make you
angry.
depressed, they make you angry. And I tried to commit suicide twice in that house. And it's getting dark now, but
I tried to kill myself once in that house. And we were only there for like 2 years, maybe?
My dad tried once in that house too.
Really? And somebody, my sister, she like poked herself with thumbtacks. She stabbed her stomach with thumbtacks.
My sister would wake up in the middle of the night, asleep, like sleepwalking. She's always slept well, but she would start screaming in her sleep. And we'd go there and like be like, because you can talk to them and be like, hey, what's wrong or whatever, while they're still sleeping.
Yeah.
And my brother, he said, Jenny, who are you talking to? And she pointed to the end of her bed and said, him, and laid back down and went back to sleep. And me and my brother, we got scared, so we just closed the door and we're like, whatever happens, happens.
Oh my god, you left her.
But she was laying down flat in her bed, because her room was here, the blue room,
That was my room.
and the one right across that was the computer room.
That was cool.
So we were all in there, like looking at the computer, me, David, and Aunt Wanda. And her door was open and the other door was open. And Jenny was asleep because she had school or something.
Yeah.
I should have been asleep too. But she was asleep. And she sat straight up in bed and just started screaming and cussing and yelling. And we're like, who are you talking to? And she pointed to the end of her bed and said, him. And then laid back down and went back to sleep. And we just... So like... Everyone I know acted different in that house. Like my dad, he tried to shoot himself, but my mom stopped him. And the bullet there in the master bedroom, there was a hole in the floor, a little hole. That was where the bullet went. He shot through the floor.
The little hole in the floor?
Yeah, right where like the TV stand was.
Whoa.
He was trying to shoot himself, and she like knocked the gun, and it shot into the floor. And he had never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
And
Because whenever I would wash dishes in that house,
that
the
kitchen,
cabinet would open
They do
up.
open. We would have like stuff thrown out of the cabinet.
The cabinets, like one morning we woke up and all the cabinets were open.
We had the one cabinet, the one closest to the stove, this way. We kept like the junk food in, and we woke up one morning and like there was Oreo cookies and like crackers and everything thrown in the floor. Like all the food out of that cabinet was thrown in the floor.
You'd be surprised you didn't hear it.
I know.
Maybe they just like pick it up, they're polite. Dump them
Well,
on
we
the
were
floor.
asleep, so.
And if you're sound asleep, you don't really.
And my nephews, when they would go in that house, Riley, he was too young to remember it, but he would come running out of, because that room that was once the computer room, that Colton room, was also their bedroom when they would stay with us. He would come running out of there and like be like, oh, there's a bad man in there. He literally would say there was a bad man in his room. And the addition part, they didn't like, every time they'd go to sleep in there, they would wake up crying because they were scared. So, there's something wrong with that house.
There really is.
I hope whoever moves there next doesn't have that issue, but I'm sure they probably will. But this video has been really long. You
Yeah.
don't have your unicorn on anymore.
No, I kept on.
And there's plenty more stories.
Yeah.
But those are all the ones that happened to me personally. I could tell you stories that happened to family members, but we could go on for days.
Yeah.
But now that we're all thoroughly freaked the hell out, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below and give us a big old thumbs up to tell us you like us and you want to see more like this of us. All our social media links can be found in the About page on our channel and in the banner that's slowly crushing us. One day we're going to be a ghost. There's a banner going to just kill us. And make sure to leave a comment. Tell us some of your crazy ghost stories. Is anything happening to you? Were you touched by the Bloody Mary?
Do you have a doppelganger?
Have you ever been harassed by demons? And leave all that down below because I would love to.
We will sit there together and read them both.
I would love
All
to
of
read to make sure that I'm not the only crazy person out here. And make sure to make an appointment